I found out about the affair the way most people do, through patterns that didn't make sense unless you were already lying. Late nights explained too smoothly. A phone that never left his hand. A woman who looked at me like she knew something I didn't. When I finally confirmed it, I didn't cry in front of anyone. I watched instead. I watched how easily he slipped into excuses. I watched how comfortable she was in my presence, smiling like she'd already won. That smile wasn't friendly. It was practiced, deliberate, almost mocking. She smiled because she believed I was powerless, because she thought secrecy protected her. I let her believe it. I stayed quiet, calm, observant. People underestimate silence. They mistake it for weakness. I was waiting, not suffering. The dinner was her idea, which told me everything I needed to know. She wanted proximity, not discretion. She laughed too loudly, touched my husband's arm a second too long, and kept smiling at me like it was a private joke. My husband avoided my eyes, over-explaining harmless things, sweating through polite conversation. I said very little. Silence unsettles liars. I noticed how she checked her phone, how she mentioned being busy at home, without detail, how she assumed control of the table. She believed this was her stage. I knew it wasn't. When the door opened, no one spoke at first. Her smile held for one breath longer than it should have. He walked in calm, almost polite, carrying the kind of quiet that doesn't ask permission. He said her name first, then my husband's, like he'd rehearsed it. He didn't shout. He didn't insult. He laid out dates, messages, receipts, things that couldn't be laughed away. My husband tried to speak and failed twice. The woman who had been smiling minutes earlier couldn't meet anyone's eyes. She denied it once, weakly, then stopped. I didn't say much. I didn't need to. The truth was doing the work for me. Watching accountability arrive without my help was strange and relieving. Her confidence collapsed fast when secrecy was gone. After that night, nothing dramatic needed to happen for everything to change. The truth had already done enough damage. I didn't argue, beg, or try to understand excuses that came too late. I chose distance because clarity had finally replaced doubt. Papers were filed, boundaries were drawn, and conversations became brief and factual. Healing wasn't sudden, but it was honest. I stopped replaying her smile and started focusing on why it no longer mattered. What stayed with me wasn't humiliation, but relief. Relief that I trusted myself, that I didn't stay silent out of fear. Power doesn't come from exposure alone. It comes from knowing when to walk away and never look back.